What are the essential accessories for your Insta360 camera? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. There are a huge number of Insta360 accessories which can help you get some very unique shots. Just looking at the website, it takes quite a lot of scrolling before you actually get to the end of the list of the accessories they have. They all have a valid purpose, but it might be a bit overwhelming to decide which ones you're actually going to need if you want to get some awesome content with your X4, X3, any of the Insta360 cameras. I would say that there are a few accessories that are essential if you want to create good content with your Insta360 camera, and there are a few which are good to have but not necessarily needed for everyone. And the rest are generally for very specific use cases, which most people don't need to worry about. There are also dedicated accessory packs for certain activities. So if you were buying an X4, say to attach to your motorcycle or to take skiing, then you would obviously get the relevant pack, the ski bundle or the motorcycle bundle. The first essential purchase for your Insta360 camera, and it's actually the smallest, it's the SD card. Now, you may not think that that really counts as an accessory because obviously every camera, or pretty much every camera, requires an SD card to work. But it's important you get the right one. Insta360 cameras require pretty much the fastest micro SD cards available, and by fast I mean with the highest write speed. You'll also want to get an SD card with at least 128 gigabytes of memory. Now, Insta360 has their own branded SD cards available on the website, and they're pretty much guaranteed to work. But just make sure if you are buying them off Amazon or somewhere like that, that it's a genuine article. There are a lot of fake SD cards floating around. Now, next up, and this is the essential accessory for any Insta360 camera. It's literally something that you have to have: the invisible selfie stick. Literally without one of these, there's not much point getting an Insta360 camera. Now, thankfully, a lot of the links that you see on my channel or other YouTube channels, if you click on those, you'll be able to get a invisible selfie stick for free if you're buying a camera. I use one of these literally every time I shoot with an Insta360 camera. Every effect, special shot, or vlog is filmed using one of these. Every video in my Insta360 video course requires one of these, and it's just necessary to get the most out of your camera. Confusingly, there are now about a dozen different types of invisible selfie sticks. Some are smaller, some are made of plastic. One of them even has an inbuilt battery so you can charge on the go. The longer invisible selfie sticks allow you to shoot more dynamic shots and just gives you more range of motion. But the smaller ones are more compact, obviously easier to travel with. Some of them can even basically fit in your pockets. I use this one from the brand Best360 quite a lot. I think it's a good mix of durability, length, and how you can kind of have this screw on to tighten it so it doesn't fall down. But some of these can be quite expensive, and there are alternatives on Amazon which will do pretty much exactly the same thing. Now, next up on my essentials list, and actually this is the last accessory that I would say is essential. It is the Quick Reader. This is the Quick Reader, and it makes editing your Insta360 videos on your phone 10 times easier. Just take your micro SD card out of the camera, pop it into the reader, and then plug the reader into your phone. Launch the Insta360 app, and it will detect all of the content on the reader, and you can start editing. Now, you can actually edit your Insta360 videos on your phone wirelessly via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. However, the connection is rarely stable enough for seamless editing, and the app can be laggy when editing large files. And overall, it can be a little bit frustrating. The alternative would be to transfer your files from the camera onto your phone, but that would take up so much space on your phone, it's just not feasible. The Quick Reader is the best overall option for mobile editing, and considering how many features Insta360 puts in its app, you'll be missing out if you don't use it. So that's pretty much it for the absolute essential accessories. But if you just wanted to create vlogs, take your camera traveling, make use of the reframing and all of the stuff in the app, then basically those three things are all you need. But there are a few more accessories that I would recommend in certain scenarios. First is the invisible dive case, which I think is really essential if you want to use your Insta360 camera underwater at all. Firstly, the dive case allows you to record underwater video that looks great. It's designed so that it hides the case itself as well as the selfie stick. Most Insta360 cameras like the X4 and X3 are technically designed to be waterproof without a case, but there's still a chance you can destroy your camera underwater if all of the doors aren't closed properly, if the pressure is too high, or if there's any kind of movement in the water. So I would say the case is essential for any underwater shots, just for peace of mind, but also because it makes the underwater shots look amazing. Next up is the extended invisible selfie stick. As you can see, this chunky thing here, not going to be suitable for everyone because it is quite big, and really it's just a much longer version of the selfie sticks that I just showed you. This one is 3 meters long. What this does is allows you to get the fake drone effect, or to shoot in places that a normal length stick wouldn't reach. It allows for a bit more creativity and to get some shots that other cameras just simply wouldn't be able to get. Some of the more popular shots on YouTube use these, so if you wanted to mimic them, then it is essential. What we also have here is a mini tripod. Now, again, this is going to be essential if you wanted to shoot 360 VR video. That is recording video that can be manipulated, you can view on a VR headset. You're going to need something like this to keep the camera stable and steady. Now, I do actually like this one from Insta360 because you can extend the legs and it just makes for a much wider base, because the danger with putting your camera on a tripod with a smaller base is that it could fall over if there's a gust of wind or something like that. So you want something that's sturdy. You might even want to invest in a weight, something like this, which would keep your camera weighed down. My final recommended accessory, and I mean, I'm really stretching it here, it's a bit of a stretch to suggest this, but it's this, the bullet time cord, which is obviously what I recommend you get if you want to achieve this bullet time effect. This can actually be pretty gimmicky, this effect. I haven't always liked it, but there is a whole mode in the camera just for these types of videos. So if you wanted to use every mode in the camera, then this accessory will be necessary. I recommend a bullet time cord over the bullet time handle because it's smaller and it gives you more flexibility for the type of bullet time shots you can get. So that's it for my list of essential and recommended accessories for your Insta360 camera. But like I said, if you have a particular use in mind, then you may want to get something that's particular to that. For example, I like to shoot while I'm cycling, so I have 2 different types of clamps which can attach to various areas on my bike, which is obviously essential for that use. But for someone who wasn't into cycling, then these wouldn't really be necessary. If you could only afford to get one accessory, then it would be an invisible selfie stick. Don't ask me why this one's gold, I just got a gold one, but there's plenty available. Get the cheapest one if that's all you can afford, and that will unlock 90% of the capabilities of your Insta360 camera. If you know of an accessory you found very useful, then please comment as well, let people know. Subscribe for more Insta360 tutorials, there's plenty more coming up. But until next time guys, I'll see you around. Bye.